Bu videoda iki big boy, steak party havasında sunumlarını bir Netflix dizi bölümü tadında izliyoruz. Bunlar gerçekten big boy koca adamlar, Ramsay Gordon ve Matthew McConaughey. İyi seyirler. Lütfen kanala abone olmayı
Today where I'm
unutmayın.
joined by someone who really is the jack of all trades. He's an actor, Oscar winner, writer and co-founder of Pantalones Tequila. Please welcome Matthew McConaughey. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Likewise, my man. Good to see you. Congrats.
Welcome to Texas, man.
Texas is amazing. I mean, seriously?
100%.
I mean, the ribeye for me is just the best.
And that's about, what, an inch and a quarter, inch and 5/8?
Yeah, this thing is just off the charts because you've got the cap. So there's only like sort of 4 portions of the cap per cow. So that's quite a unique cut there. The eye, that's the secret. And this marbling and the fat around there is beautiful. You're a mid-rare guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. When they start going to mid-well and well done it.
No. Really? Even if you got a lot of fat, I know you got to cook more fat down in a ribeye, but still I'd like it to come out mid-rare.
You got a seasoning, right?
Contraband, sir.
Stop it. Come on. Do you sneak that across the border?
Snuck across I-35 right into your kitchen, sir. Called The One. I've been working on this rub. Had this rub for 25 years. All right? Have a whiff of that.
Oh, man.
Okay?
What's in there?
Can't tell you that. But we're going to literally rub these down.
Give us
Tell me what you think after you taste.
But is it yours or is
It's
it
mine.
Is it the
Yes.
missus?
No, it's mine.
Seriously?
It's mine. And it's not a thing that's on the market,
Right.
but my friends, I go down in the basement and make up a wheelbarrow full every Christmas, and so I'm sending stuff out.
I love that. It's fragrant. It's sort of it's a little. It's not citrusy, but it's vibrant. It's very. You see, I like to put a little bit of oil on mine first. Put my rub on there. Yeah.
Even on a ribeye.
Even on a
Okay,
ribeye.
talk to me.
Just to get that sort of moving a little bit faster, where it starts to sort of penetrate. That is lovely.
Hey, question. What's your opinion on when to season a steak? Sometimes I do it right before, sometimes I do it the night before. I've
question.
had steaks that I forgot in the fridge and left in the lower crisper, and 4 days later, and they were the best steak I ever had.
Good question. Honestly, you are fine seasoning that the night before. The longer you season it, the better.
Right.
There's no two ways about that. 100%. The longer, the better. I love that, by the way. That's lovely.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
I'm dying to know what's in there now.
Here we taste on that.
How important is food, especially when you're filming?
Well, when I'm filming, I'm eating for endurance and energy. All right, because I'm working 12 hours a day, and I don't want to lull. I can't go have a heavy carb lunch when I'm coming back out to work the afternoon.
No.
I'm pretty Spartan in the morning for breakfast.
Gotcha.
But let's talk about how important food is like when I'm not working.
Yeah.
That's when it's fun. All right.
Yeah.
Basically, like yourself, this is the family's office.
Yes.
This is where my kids come.
Yep.
It's where we get them involved. It's where my wife and I catch up for the day. It's where we all sit down, say a nice thank you before dinner, catch up.
Yeah.
Find out stories on each other.
Exactly.
And carry on. So
some of the most powerful conversations around the day is at the table.
Yeah.
Breaking bread. And that eating there. Yeah, for me, weekends is a real important 48 hours.
yeah.
That's where we get to sort of reset, little bit of training, great brunch. We sort of try to skip lunch so we have a proper dinner. And we don't do sort of apps, entrees, dessert. It's a really nice entree, lots of salad, and then of course an amazing dessert. But it's proper catch-up time, right?
You know what we do on our Sunday nights, I forgot to tell you, is we do something that's from my Camilla's mom. They're Brazilian, right? And so they have something called mochito.
Mochito.
Which means Sunday night, you go to the fridge and you look at every leftover you got.
And empty.
And you empty it out and make some sort of concoction out of it. That is a meal.
I love that.
And that's always a hell. It was, whatever, 10, 12. You want to dice this up, cilantro?
Yes, please. Yeah, just once. In fact, sometimes when you chop it too small, the flavor goes. And you see the stain on the board where all that incredible flavor comes out on the board, and I want it in the pico de gallo.
Does this all go in that bowl?
That's it.
Perfect. So I've been writing in diaries since whatever I was 12, journals, and I never had the courage to go like have a look at what was in them.
No,
I don't.
Beautiful ribeye.
So oil on your steak first, and then still even more here.
There you go, and lay away. That's it. That's the sound I love. That there's.
You go that
Sunday
much
morning.
oil right there. Okay.
You'll see why in a minute.
I want to see why.
Basting this thing in a minute as well. And you still get people coming up to you now and say that was.
Still do.
What about the audio version?
Audio did really well. I mean, I think people liked hearing me tell the stories. Cool thing about that audio book is it was supposed to take 4 days to record.
Yeah.
And I did it anyway. I did it in 8 hours.
Right.
Just because I got on a roll and knew it. I know it's in there.
Interesting.
I did the audio, but now I'm going back to read. And I'm having another kind of cathartic experience. I'm having another. I knew all the stuff I wrote in it, but going back to look at it on the page.
Yeah.
I'm going back in time, remembering, and it's somewhat emotional.
How funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, butter with the oil, like
just like that.
Okay.
So you just tilt that up there like that.
Yeah.
Turn that around first. Now we've got that still.
Okay.
And as that's frothing, all you're going to do now is just spoon that over. And it's just implementing more and more flavour. And so that you can see why we needed that amount of fat now.
And are we top searing the outside with this?
That's it.
Okay.
And just where that's going really nice and brown, tilt it down, that's it. And just roll it up. Back up, that's it. And we're basting.
Gotcha.
And we save this fat as well. So roasted potatoes, roasting veg off in this fat later on with that butter. The butter gives that really nice beurre noisette flavour, which is beautiful. Throwing them into those camps. Such a lovely colour there now. Beautiful colour.
Real lovely colour coming in.
And I always let the ribeye rest for as long as we cook it, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to take that out, sort of rare, sit that on there, and then literally just baste that again over.
Okay.
And let that roll. Beautiful, beautiful. Tana and I have a foundation back home for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital.
Yep.
And on the kids' 18th birthday, we get the marathons to run for Great Ormond Street. You guys have got an amazing foundation. Give an insight to where it is at now and what kind of work you do.
We're just up to 50 schools in the U.S.
Wow.
And it's an after-school curriculum where Title I schools in America are the lower income schools. 50% dropout rates. Foundation is being followed, but we're also customizing to each group of kids.
Smart.
And our All-Stars is a teacher on the ground.
That's incredible. And you said you're at 50 schools
in the U.S.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
And that's just in Texas?
No. All over the U.S.
Wow.
We started here in Texas, and we started out in California, and now we're in quite a few states.
That's amazing. Tana's an ex-school teacher at Montessori, so everyone thinks I'm the hard ass at home. It's not me, it's Tana.
Yeah.
And she is just driven, man. Oh my God. I think I'm on the naughty step more than the kids sometimes because I sort of wind them up because I don't see them as much as she does.
Yeah.
So I come back and I'm like, yeah, of course we can go and do that. Of course
So you're Captain Fun when you come back.
Mate, Captain Fun.
And the wife's like, hey.
Yeah, you're just making it worse for me. You're making it harder.
I know this guy. I've been there.
We're going to leave that pico de gallo to marinate a little bit.
Okay.
Finish that in the fresh.
And now how long you want to leave something like that?
Again,
when
overnight.
Even overnight. So
Overnight,
refrigerate that, you cover it?
Yeah.
Cover it, fridge it.
Fridge it.
And the cilantro's fine, going to hold it?
100%.
Okay.
Eggs. Little tap on,
Yes.
and then open into the pan. We'll put the butter
Little
on.
tap on and on.
Yeah. So just go on a nice flat surface, in, and then just lift it over there.
Now that last one-handed move, I don't know about.
You can do that. You got, there you go.
Okay.
See? A little bit of butter.
How many are we doing here?
Let's do 3. 3's a good number. Again, there we are. There we go.
So oil and the butter. I'm learning something.
Well, it's just stopping all that
Keeps
butter
the butter from browning.
Exactly that. And when it goes too brown, then it's not nice.
I've done that, yeah.
So pico de gallo, steaks resting nicely, beautifully. Austin FC. Did you edit that video when you hit that ball in the net, truthfully? No,
Second shot of the day.
No, look at me.
No edit.
Right hand up, I swear, I do solemnly swear.
100%, man. We're going for that little hole, right? Yeah. Oh my God! Was that the second shot? I was as surprised as anybody else.
Fluke. Seriously? Now for the eye. The eye of the tiger. Really frustrating when chefs slice ribeye too thinly because the goodness is gone. So it's just slice it with a little bit of texture. And so, literally, centimetre at a time, at a nice angle, and then once it's sliced, just open it up gradually, and then just lift that up with a knife and sit that on top there.
Okay.
And then just literally let that sit, rest. Now, any thinner than that, it's going to bleed,
I'm
right?
with you.
And all that goodness is gone again. A touch more of the pico, just on top. And then these nice sort of salty fried eggs. I love the idea of the goat's cheese on that. So that comes out. Oh, it's nice and soft. And just
she's on top too.
Absolutely. So we'll burst that beautiful little yolk running down, and then just let that cascade over. Come on, my man. Right, over to you now, my man. You ready?
Yay.
You know where to get your ribeye from in terms of the circle and the chain?
So you remove your cap here like this?
Just take that off. That's it. Nice. Watch. And then just a little touch more of that pico. Beautiful. That's it. Always tuck those fingers in as well.
Amen.
Yeah. Please.
Not done that a few times.
And there we go. Wow. Don't go on your plate. A little touch of pico
Yep.
on top. And that's the little surprise then. We've got the double hit.
Yep.
Nice. That's it.
I'll come back over here. Now you want to go across the grain, correct?
So yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So,
right, so we just...
yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah, nice and thick. There you go. Watch those fingers. Nice.
You said that twice.
Yeah, no, but honestly, these guys are razor. That's the last thing we need now. Is a 9-finger Matthew. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Beautiful.
She goes on top of here.
That's it.
Oh, come on.
Beautiful.
Got a little more pico here, right?
That's it. And then sit those eggs on top of there. Nah. There you go. And then just a little touch of that. You go around the plate. And you're on it, my man.
Look at that.
Look at that, my man. That is good.
You're doing all right, man.
Amazing.
I am younger now.
Happy with that?
Very happy with that.
You should be. That's good.
Happy.
And just think about the minimal time we cooked it in the pan because it rested for so long. So
right.
That just have that nice even distribution pink. Right, we need a perfect drink. Yeah.
Parched.
You ready?
Thirsty. Yes, sir.
Bit of a twist on this one, okay? Little glasses. If you turn around and get the ice cubes out there for me, would you please? Thank you.
2 of these.
Yeah, recognise them?
Ah! A monogrammed cube.
I thought you'd like that. See?
It'll last longer in here in October than it will in August in Texas heat. Look at that.
Absolutely. There you go, my man. There you go. I'm going to make this a little bit fragrant as well. So, I love the floral side of this tequila, and it's smooth. But I'm just going to make it a little bit more fragrant with some basil. Okay.
Is there anything basil does not go with?
I'm telling you, no.
There's nothing basil doesn't go with.
It is incredible, honestly. So, here we go. So
lime juice.
Yeah, that's in there. And then
that was mine on the left.
Good. And then will you give that a good shake for me? Amazing. Amazing. What do you reckon?
So what do we got here?
God, so we've got honey, beautiful organic honey. We've got some fresh basil, and then obviously lime juice. Amazing. Look at that colour. And that basil just gives it that lovely little lift and just makes it a little bit more fragrant without being too pungent.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Amazing. Little lime. There we are, man. Congrats, man. Good to see you, man.
Hey,
cheers,
fun.
Man. Well done.
It.
Likewise. Congrats. Pantalones.
Try and keep them on. If you don't, it's all right.
I'm 6 kids in. My pants are staying on. If they're not staying on, they're staying up. Shit.
Good morning.
That is a bloody good morning.
Man.
Jesus.
I'll hang out back here again. You want to do another one of those?
Matthew, thank you so much for joining us today. And don't forget to check below on where to pick up Pantalones Organic Tequila and Green Lights.